Hi, and welcome to the first of several mental training help videos, where we will explain what is mental calculation and how to do it. For many of us, mental math has been a vague, undefined skill other than to say, just do it in your head. But what does it mean to do mental calculations in your head, and how to do it? Traditionally, we are taught many different mental math strategies, such as counting on, rounding to the nearest 10, regrouping, doubles plus 1 or 2, memorizing math facts, and so on. The point is, because there are so many different strategies students are taught, students first have to learn what strategy to use to solve any specific problem, realizing that some strategies will get to the answer faster than others. This is why so many students find doing mental math challenging. Here at Sumo Math, we teach only one strategy for doing mental math: visualizing abacus bead movements. Abacus students perform mental math simply by visualizing the same bead movements they use on the abacus in their head. So abacus students don't think about what strategy to apply. They simply visualize the bead movements needed to solve the problem. This is why abacus students can perform amazingly fast mental calculations. As students solve problems by moving the beads on the abacus, they repeat the same simple bead movements over and over again. Students focus on the efficient use of their fingers to convert logical thinking into mechanical bead movements. This mechanization reduces the workload on the brain, allowing students to get faster and faster. It's kind of like finger muscle memory. The more you do it, the less you need to think about it. Your fingers just know what to do. It's just like when you learn the keyboard on the computer. First you learn to type each of the letters, but over time you begin to start thinking in words instead of the individual letters. So when you type the word abacus, your fingers just know what keys to press without thinking about it. We call this process mechanization. To develop strong mental math skills, Sumo Math first teaches students the bead movements to solve the problem on a physical or digital abacus. The concept of mental math is purely based on visualizing the bead movements. But knowing how to move the beads is not enough for fast and accurate mental calculation. Only consistent practice, first on the abacus, produces the strong visual images needed for mental math. Students are taught to use the same finger movements to manipulate the beads. As students build speed, they will focus more and more on the mechanical movements, reducing the workload on the brain. With practice, their fingers will execute the bead movements almost without thinking and with minimal mental effort. The secret to mental math speed is to reduce the mental effort required to solve the problem. This is where the visualization and the mechanization of the bead movements proves most effective. For now, all we want you to understand is if you practice consistently on the abacus, visualization will occur and mental math will follow. So by learning to solve problems on the abacus, you get mental math for free. In our next few videos, we'll go into more detail on how to do mental math. See you next time.